When you think about how you prepare your own heart for the summit, like, what are ways that you've done that? Like, as you kind of think about, because you obviously hear the same talks we do, and you're impacted in meaningful ways, and then you have to actually get up and figure out how to talk after a deeply moving message, which I think would actually probably be pretty hard to do at times. What are ways that you prepare your heart, and maybe we could glean some from that?
Well, I think one thing is to say, am I a curious person? You know, because I think all of us, whether in ministry or the marketplace, wherever we work, we have like our thing or our track, and we come in with a bias a little bit about which speakers we think are more in our field of understanding. So for me to say, you know what, there might be somebody who's going to stretch me in a completely different way. So I want to be curious. I want to say, what do you have to give me? I also think it's very difficult, especially in the Christian world, to not come in as a critic and kind of personally rate every speaker or something like that, or you know, kind of cross my arms and think I defy you to say something that's going to penetrate, you know, or I know that already, or you know, it's a prideful thing.
It is.
And instead to come in with a humble spirit and say, someone may not even be the most eloquent communicator, but they might have a truth that I need to hear. And so am I going to come in not as a critic, but as an open listener?
That's good. Yeah, I think it's a really difficult thing when you're consistently offering the world, or offering the world that you lead, insight and thought leadership and scripture and these sorts of things. It's a terribly difficult thing, I think, to take the posture of learner.
Yes.
But I feel like the people that we, you know, as I've studied history and looked at individuals who have truly influenced the world in meaningful ways, whether it's vast numbers or their family, they're people who are learners.
Absolutely.
People who really, truly work hard at listening. But
the
it's
other
hard
thing
to
too,
do.
these days more than ever, is to be fully engaged when you're there. And I think that I look out and I see some people and they can't help it, and they're looking at their BlackBerry or whatever, and got the iPad open, and they say they're taking notes, but they're really doing something else. And,
Angry Birds.
You know, Angry Birds. Exactly.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's email. Hopefully it's somewhat legitimate distraction.
And I think there's a decreasing amount of attention span of all of us, unfortunately. So to sit through 2 very full days and be engaged is a challenge. And I'll be totally honest, usually by the end, I'm having a fight to hang in there, no matter how strong it is. So I also would ask people to say, you know what, it can wait. I mean, really, it's probably not a big emergency, and it can wait. Put it away and just kind of open your hands and your heart and say, I'm going to listen. I'm really going to listen.